Hello, hello. What is going on? It is me, Jay Renard, and I'm here with another of my favorite days, Unboxing Day. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, so, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I am a huge fan of American Tanning. They are a company based out of Georgia. Trying to remember where, but I can't remember the exact city off the top of my head. Not too far from Atlanta though, uh, and they sell a lot of different types of hides, but primarily, I'd say maybe 98% of what they sell is alligator of all different. I know I just committed a faux pas by cutting towards me. I apologize. But yes, they have all different types of uh, gators and uh, some crocodile and different finishes to each type. Nope, gonna have to. And they had some hides that were on clearance, and I had to go for it. Maybe I shouldn't do this with the gator right underneath. I might stab into it. Alright, that should be sufficient enough. Oh yeah, so use the tape with the fiber in it, which great for shipping, bad for me just ripping open boxes. There we go. So I bought two from their clearance. So I will say this for American Tanning. Whoa, sorry about that. That was loud. So the grading method that they have for their hides, a 1 and a 2 grade is really significantly higher than a 3 to 4. I mean, objectively noticeable, significantly better. And the same with the 3 to 4s and the 4 to I believe 5. So 1 is leaps and bounds better than 5. However, I have bought several grade 3, 4, and 5 hides from them and have seen nothing wrong with them at all. So I am a fan of purchasing the 3, 4, and 5s because I know I can get a lot of material from them. Excuse me, not a lot of material, a lot of workable, usable material from them. So, and I've done a few unboxings. You can find them on the channel. I have a whole playlist of them, different things, different tools, but mostly hides. All right, put this away now. Side note: I did not make this sheath. This came from Clocks and Colors. And I started an unboxing and I noticed that the snap that was used to close it was insufficient completely. It was terrible. So I took that one off and used my own. Because the one that they had was just a large glove snap and just the slightest amount of pressure would pop it open. So I had to replace it with something a little more sturdy, a little more safe. So now it's a better total package. So the knife is great, and the sheath feels good, looks good, but the closure on it, the thing that's in my opinion, the selling feature on the sheath because it keeps it safe. Terrible, and I fixed it. I've notified them of it, but who knows if they'll change it anytime soon. All right, so um, did all that talking about the grade 4 and grade 5 just to bring up that I did in fact get a, I would call it a large, or a non-focus. 51 centimeters is pretty big. Truthfully, anything bigger than 40 is a good sized gator. It's really, really wide and uh, got some distance to it too. And for what they say a grade 4 and 3, 4, and 5 are, I mean, I see it, but I don't see it as being so much worse than a 1 or 2. I mean, 1 or 2 is basically flawless. And just because there are some flaws in the thing doesn't mean that it's not so usable. Like, for instance, this spot here, focus, you can see my finger under there. This is a thing that would almost never be in a 1 or a 2. And you know what? It's of little to no consequence. This would be on something like an inlay on a knife sheath or something like that. All right, let's go ahead and start. Actually, hold on. Talk about it first. It's oh, so it's the desert finish. Turn this brightness down a bit. There we go. So it's the desert finish. So it's going to be pretty smooth, although there won't be any real gloss to it. It's barely matte, which is perfectly fine for me because if I wanted it more glossy, I have various things. I have some things to give it to make it still a bit matte, but just a bit more glossy. Then I have satin sheen. Then I have other products to give it more gloss. So if a desert finish is not what you're looking for, but it's the price range, you can make it more glossy. Just throwing that out there. All right. I still want to keep it rolled up. All right, now we turn the brightness back up some more. Actually, a lot. So I'm going to roll it from one to the other. All right, so a few more things that are definitely going to keep it from being a grade 1. These little holes here, little blemishes there. But truthfully, these are all things that are incredibly avoidable if you're trying to make something, or if you want it to just be a part of a knife sheath or something like that for a buck knife, or an arm guard for somebody who does archery. Maybe a little thing here shows that the gator was tough. Isn't necessarily a bad thing. Gives it a bit of a bit of a rugged look and rugged feel to it. So I can't say it enough. It not being a 1 or a 2 should not be a deal breaker, especially if it fits inside your price range. I'm a huge fan of the leg pieces here for things like watch bands. It's got that really, really nice pattern to it, very, very identifiable as alligator, but it's not the prized tail or belly or flank sections. So you can get a whole lot out of this thing. I mean, if I made, off of just watch bands alone, I could more than cover the cost of this before I started cutting from the tail and the belly plates. So just something to think about. Again, when you're buying the gator hides, I don't recall it being an issue with American tanning, but I have bought some alligator hides where they've cut the leg pieces off. Now, understandable because not everybody likes them, not everybody uses them. They kind of just go in the scrap bin, or they'll just be used for inlay or something like that. But if you pay for the gator, try to get as much of the gator as you can. All right. And now for the money scales. And here I'm seeing nothing wrong so far. This is bags and wallets right here, and I see one thing, if I'm being nitpicky. Yeah, this is a great hide. Really big belly plates if I wanted to make a clutch, or I'm still practicing on my Birkin bags, or Birkin style bags. I think I have to say Birkin style so I don't get sued. And again with the legs, flank looks great. And I'm a huge fan of the chin slash throat area of gators. I think they're just as great of material to use as the belly plates proper, especially because you get these beautiful scales and they're smaller. So if I use the entire center for just bags, I could use basically this entire area up here for wallets and things of that nature. So, and again, very few of these things here. So if I chose to cut around it, then that right there, that section could be used for something. This here, which may or may not be a bullet hole, it could be something that happened during processing, who knows. But all these great belly plates, and this was graded at a 4/5. I don't get it because the 1/2s that I've had have been perfect, and this is just shy of perfect, in my opinion. So, if you're seeing something, especially from American Tanning, and it's graded at a 3 or below, understand they're not wrong, quote unquote, in quote unquote, in their assessment, but that doesn't mean you're going to get something that is, you know, terrible or substandard or anything like that. You're going to get something really, really usable for you in your practice. All right, so that was one. The next one, zoom out a bit. There we go. And of course, I washed it out. There we go, with the classic finish, with the ocean blue. So this here is a little misleading. This is not the classic finish. This is just something that likely when it was being hit with the classic finish, this was where it was being held with whatever machinery they use. And you can see some of it right here. So let's go ahead and open this up. And love this. Got the CITES tag on it because you know we adhere to international rules and regulations here. Even though I think it's a little weird that Gator is from America and we adhere to international rules about our own stuff, but okay. So, whoa, forgot to brighten it up. Sorry about that, y'all. And this is that classic finish they were talking about. Alright, now let's slide back to this again. So this again was graded at a 4/5. And this thing looks gorgeous. Let's go ahead and so we've got a little bit of a blemish there. I'm not sure if that, it doesn't look like it's from a parasite. It might be from when it was pegged up for tanning. We see something real similar right across from it, so I think this is man-made. And for those who don't know, this finish that they get here, how this happens is there's hot stones that are below the hide, and another hot stone that's above it, and it's pressed and slicked over it again and again. The similar, if not the exact same way that is used on shell cordovan to give it that high gloss look. That's what happens with gator hides. And there's video all over on YouTube. You should be able to see it. I believe American Tanning themselves have one, so you should be able to see their specific process. Again, great section for watch bands and the like. And a great color too. Truthfully, these will probably get turned into watch bands sometime soon, so stick around for that video. And now so we've gotten past the belly plates, the tail plates back down here. Now we're gonna roll up to the very desirable belly plates. And again, I'm not seeing any real blemishes. Let's go ahead and just roll that out there. Okay, so by my eye, I see maybe that there, maybe this here on the flank, this little mark here, which might be from the gator itself. It doesn't appear to be man-made. It's a little too random. Some of this here looks like it was just an imperfection in the hide. Again, not every gator is farm raised, and not every gator leads a chill life. Little things right there. So I think these somewhat circular marks are from parasites. Little leeches, I think, that live in the swamp. Again with the legs. I'm not seeing any issues with the legs there. And up to the throat area, and I'll bring that closer. Hold on. Sorry about the noise. It sounds almost like styrofoam. Yeah. So I got these for a low price because of the grade, and even lower still because of because it was on clearance. So these two hides, including shipping, was about $530. I have more than enough material to make that back. So the profit is there without question for hides like this. So don't be afraid to purchase a grade 3, 4, or 5 hide, especially from American Tanning. Their standards are so high that a low quality hide from them is still a very good quality hide for even an average leather worker. So if you really know what you're doing, you'll definitely make your money back. All right. We've gone on for about 20 minutes, so we're going to wrap this up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, gripes, or grievances, let me know down in the comment section. If not, thank you all very much for your time. I'm Jay Renard, and I'm out. Peace.